Oh, okay. I think it's working now. Let's see. Just making sure. That's the first time it's ever did that to me. He deleted the screen. Okay, yeah, it's on now. Hello,
That's
everybody.
crazy. Good afternoon, everybody.
Can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, cool. Peace, everybody. This is your brother, Mr. Holipsism, and I'm back in the States after having traveled to Liberia. And I'm with my people who went with me from the Liberia Legacy Foundation. And we just wanted to give a recap on what our experience was while we were there. And I'm going to let Deontay go first because he's just brimming to tell us what he felt about the trip.
Good afternoon, everybody. And first off, I want to say it, it was just a wonderful experience being in Liberia, being in Monrovia. Um, and not just Monrovia either. We went to other places as well. I had nothing negative to say about the country whatsoever. One thing, a couple of the few things that I want to point out to that I really enjoyed was, for one, the weather. I'm a huge fan of warm weather. Um, you know, just the sunlight and just the energy that was there, um the ability to just be there amongst these kind of people and just feel that kind of energy, that kind of vibe, and just being able to experience Liberian culture as it is. The people there are very friendly. Never had an issue with anybody or anything. And when we were going to like institutions such as banks or restaurants or anything like that, the people there were very friendly. They were very, you know, very professional. Never had an issue with anybody. Their attention to detail and hygiene and everything was just clean and just perfect. But a couple of things that I did pay notice that I did pay attention to also was the level of just hard work that I saw some of the people, the men and women in Liberia doing, from working on buildings to working on their roads or trying to fix the situation there. I saw a lot of hope. There were not a lot of hope. There was not a lot of them working on it there once, but there were people actually trying to make a difference. And you could feel that the people there were aware of everything that was going on. And it just it the people there, I'm not going to say shocked me with with their intellect or nothing, but they were really on it. Like I expected these people to be on it. They're very smart people. You obviously can see that. And you know I can't even articulate how good it actually was. Like the beauty, but the one thing that I really treasured the most was the beauty of the country, from the scenery to the oceans to when we left Painesville and went to another part of the country and we saw the waterfall. And just it's a beautiful country with a lot of potential, and the people there are so kind. And I wish I was still there now. Liberia has a lot to offer anybody, and I want to end on that because I don't want to talk for too long.
Oh, you ain't talk for too long. You were good. Um, Tell them about your experience with meeting the facilitators and the students from the Liberia Leadership Academy.
Meeting the facilitators and the students was probably my most favorite part of the trip, because they are such beautiful and very humble and very smart people. It was an eye opener, and that's probably the one thing that'll stick with me through that entire trip, was meeting the people that we were actually working with and helping to mentor. I think for me that was the biggest thing, and to be able to shake their hand and introduce people, and I still stay in contact with a few of them. We talk here and there, so um, it's that was probably my favorite part, was meeting the facilitators, getting to know the students.
Yeah, that was actually one of my favorites too. I love the. I'm gonna probably post up some of the testimonials because we went through and each student gave like a testimonial of how they felt about the Leadership Academy. Um, So be on the lookout for that soon. We just have so much footage that we got from the trip, so we're just trying to put everything together and you know create some type of package. But that definitely was one of my favorites, like actually meeting the students and the facilitators, because we've been dealing with each other for like 3 years and we haven't actually met. Everything has been virtual. So it was good to finally meet them and for them to meet us. And I just love the energy. Everything was good. And it just shatters this whole myth that Africans and African Americans can't work together and all this other BS. It's like, you know, I think that people, what's that old saying that when you're looking for an excuse, you'll find one. You ever heard that? It's like everybody,
Oh,
when people don't
definitely.
want to do something, they will find any way not to do it. I mean, look at what we were able to accomplish as just working class people here in America, working with boots on the ground people in Liberia, and what we have been managed to accomplish in 3 years. No fanfare, no social media blow ups or whatever. We've been doing it offline to the point where people have come on my channel saying, "Yo, what happened to you guys? I thought y'all was going to Liberia." It's so funny.
Yeah, because once
Everybody,
it's the same thing with the Rwanda trip. Everybody was, "Oh, when you going to Africa?" As soon as you go, there's nobody. Those same people just disappear.
yeah, you don't
Just
hear from them no
disappear.
more.
Yep.
So we got let's see, our sister calls in, and we got Mike. What happened to Emoji? I thought I saw him. He
He
must have
might be
fell
having
off.
some. Yeah, he'll be back. We all know him.
Sister Call, did you want to say anything, or did you want to wait
I mean,
for
I was
everybody
just
to speak?
listening, just getting it all in, let everybody get through. It wasn't my first rodeo, so
Okay.
I'm more interested in hearing the feedback from y'all, and see how,
Hmm.
um, and then I'll come in.
Cool. No problem. No problem. Um. Well, let me go since nobody else is on at this time. My absolute favorite part of the trip was the students and the facilitators, and that's not to downgrade any other part of the trip because I love the whole thing. I love the rally we went to, um, Unity Party rally. I love the food. I love the people. Um, oh, let's talk about the traffic. Now that was an experience, right, Deontay?
Yeah, man. The traffic was wild.
That
That
was
was
that was
yeah.
pure chaos, especially like at night when we were riding it. And then there was something that they
Oh,
did. It was something that was done that I've never seen before. You know how you have the two lanes, right? What the cars is coming one
oh
side
Lord
and the
have
cars are going
mercy.
the other side. The
Yeah.
people were creating a third lane onto the oncoming traffic. I was like, I'd never seen
Oh,
that before. That was crazy. But you know what I loved? And the one thing that I loved about just Liberia in general is the energy of the people and the energy of the land. It's like I wouldn't want to change that for the world. Now that doesn't mean that I like chaos. I mean there has to be some order because there are, fatalities that occur when you have that much chaos. It's just inevitable. But
right.
I if I could have some semblance of traffic control and order but keep that same energy, I would love it. I would love it. I had no problem with the energy of the people. It's just that yeah, we got to do better in terms of traffic control. We got to do better in terms of the road and highway system because you need more I guess Ronan is better equipped to talk about this than me, but he said you need like these outlets so that it's not just one main road. You have different roads leading into the one road. So it's that way it doesn't cause that much traffic. you know. I'm not saying it in probably the
Right.
correct
They're
way, but
they're
that's
called
basically what it is.
yeah, they're called feeder roads, roads that feed
Yeah.
into other roads. Basically,
Mhm.
we're so used to it, we don't need terms, right? Because you have exits and on ramps and side streets and all that. The infrastructure is integrated in most of the country, in the most of the U.S. So we don't even think about it to even come up with, have to even worry about it being called feeder roads and frontage roads, and we don't
Mhm.
think about it. We just know that they're there.
Yeah, but it was interesting. And and strangely, it seems like it's like it has its own internal rules. Like everybody seems to know what to do. For an outsider, it may look like chaotic, but it seems like the pedestrians and the cars, they know how to interact with each other for the most part. I know that they say they have certain, it has a certain amount of fatalities, but it doesn't seem, based on what I saw, it's like it's a miracle that it's not more. But they seem to know how to handle it. It's a lot of fun. But oh, let me get back to the students. Yeah, my favorite part was listening to the students tell us how much the class has affected them. Seeing them come into the class one way and leave out of the class more enlightened, knowing what their history is, knowing what it is to be ethical, be an ethical citizen, a responsible citizen, or an informed citizen, the importance of that, and knowing that they spread that. It's not. It doesn't just stay in the classroom. When they leave the classroom, it spreads to their friends, spreads to their families, their colleagues, their coworkers. So I feel, mm, how can I put this? I'm not trying to get too personal in this, but I'll just say this without getting into details. Because of the personal things that I've been going through, it really inspired me. It made me feel like I'm doing something. Because, when you don't get to see the results of what you do, sometimes you feel like, what am I doing? It's just human nature. So to go there and hear the kids, or the young adults, I shouldn't call them kids, the young adults tell us what the class meant to them and how it's changed their lives, that inspired me. And it made me know that, yeah, I'm doing something. I'm a part of something. I'm on the right side of history. And that's what I got the most out of by being there. And everything else was just cherries and whipped cream on top. I hope that makes some level of sense.
Yeah, it does. And one thing I want to point out to you, mentioned touched on a minute ago about the cuisine in Liberia. And I'm not talking about the junk food that I ate. I'm talking about the real food that I ate. The fish, the cabbage, like the way they do like their traditional meals. That was fire. Like I
Mhm.
never like I never had food to that kind of quality level. Traditional. That is good. That was good.
Yeah, somebody says, I think it's Debari says, I have two lives going in simultaneously. Maybe, I don't know. I'm totally confused. A lot of technical difficulties when I first started that I didn't have before. So it might be two lives going. I have no idea. But since this is going good and everybody can hear, that's all I'm concerned about. I want someone else who was on the trip, Umoja, to give their thoughts because I already spit my hot 16. I'm waiting for my cousin Larry to call in too. Hey, there he is. What's up, Umoja? Can't hear you. You're on mute. You're on mute. Can I take him off mute?
You should be
Oh
able
no.
to.
He has to you have to unmute yourself. I can't do it. I don't know if you can hear me. Ah, there he is.
Yo, I didn't realize that the camera was that the camera was up. My headphones is tripping. I can't hear y'all through my headphones.
You can't hear me?
I could barely hear you. Hang on.
Oh, they're giving us the technical difficulties.
There's a there's a up arrow on the microphone icon that can help you switch from like the phone audio to like the Bluetooth audio. Try doing that.
Thank you, Mike. I really wish Mike could have come. That would have been cool. But yeah, there's
Yeah.
always next year.
Yeah. I mean, so far, for y'all, what you talked about from the traffic thing
Hmm.
and just the energy of it, it feels like deja vu. Um, because that experience is what you get like when you go to Haiti without the you know Western, to be specific, U.S. interference, and
Hmm.
without the BS with the gangs and stuff, which is again U.S. Western interference. So yeah, like it's when you at peace and you're by yourself, you're not really concerned about what other people are doing around you, or foreign actors. Like your life there is peaceful.
Eric Sway
But
said just came in, Mr. 16. How was the conversations with Liberian politician? Um, I think I want to get Carl to talk about that. Because we did like a little pilot program at the port, and it went over very well. And it might be a follow up on that, but I want to have her talk about it because she's more directly involved with them.
hey, one thing I want to ask though, I know y'all said that I had free time like the last 2 days on the trip.
Mhm.
Did y'all manage to go to like any of the national parks? I know y'all went to like a
Uh,
waterfall place, right?
yeah, national parks. I don't know. I don't. We didn't get a chance to do that.
Okay.
That waterfall is a hiking trail, but we wasn't really prepared to hike.
Hmm.
But just note to self: next time we go, we can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Peace, mod
Yeah.
forever. I wonder. Our sister Ethel went with us. She's in Ghana right now, so she's probably busy. So the one we're waiting for is Yamoja, and we're waiting for my cousin so they can spit their hot 16. Let us know how they felt. But man, I can honestly say I've been to Liberia. That is cool. Now the next thing is gonna be, well, you ain't been to Ghana.
Oh, one curious question. Um, when you flew over the Atlantic, did you see Atlantis? No.
Nah, I saw clouds.
Oh, okay.
The next one's gonna be, well, why you ain't stay there? Where they going?
The overall impression Eric wants to know. My overall impression that I see a lot of growth and potential, and as bad as people make Liberia out to be, I'll just say this: it's not as bad as people make it out to be. Even the infrastructure and the stuff that people complain about, it's basically having the energy to just address it and focus on it and take care of it. Mostly cleanup. Mostly cleanup. I wish I could get the New York sanitation department there for a day, and they could work wonders, just cleaning shit up. But my overall impression is, I want Liberian. I want to be a citizen. I want that to be my nationality. I don't think I'm alone. Deontay,
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
no, I'm asking you, am I alone?
No, you're here. You amongst friends, man. You ain't alone.
Did they explain how that process would go for the citizenship
You just gotta live there.
and be
I mean, if
black,
you
of course,
want,
right?
if you don't want the citizenship to be anything other than ceremonial, yeah, you gotta live there, which is not a problem.
Hmm.
What's up, Larry?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up? Your Moses having some technical difficulties, so while you can talk, because everybody done gave their little hot 16. How did you feel about the trip?
Oh, the trip was great, man. I had a great time. I've had a lot of fun with the students. Had fun with the senator. The country itself is beautiful, good people. So, and the food was excellent. We ate real good. So
Oh yeah,
that's always a plus.
oh yeah,
Good food is always a plus. So nah, we ate good. Just a nice, smooth time, man. I almost stayed, but I was like, nah, I could go back anytime.
yeah. Larry's known for staying. He like it. He'll just stay there.
Yeah, I
What
was
do
like,
you
eh.
what do you feel about the students and the facilitators, like that section of the trip?
Oh, I think I was pleased with how they spoke about it affecting their lives, and um the facilitators loved them. Definitely sharp. Can quote and recite, history and things like right on the spot. And the students all were really, really receptive and just hungry, man, hungry to learn more. And it created, just created the positive things in their life that they needed and give them a more positive view of their country versus what they've been taught and what they thought.
Mm. Yeah, that like I told everybody that was my favorite part,
Oh, for sure,
just
for sure,
personally.
definitely,
Like
yeah, definitely, me too.
I'm definitely going to edit that part where Paul was giving his testimonial,
Uh huh.
and I'm going to put that up. But I told people we have so much footage, we got to put it all together and kind of get it organized.
Oh yeah, I'm just mad nobody recorded me busting my ass on the waterfall.
Well, you did.
Well, no, but you don't get to see. I wanted to see the actual fall. I know what it felt like, but I just wanted to see the actual fall. I want to see what it looked like.
Please tell me you didn't delete that video.
No, I still got it.
Okay, send it to me. I want to see that.
Yeah, I still got it. You hear Deontay in the background talking about, "Oh shit, Larry, you all right?" I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, man. I'm like, yeah,
that's
I'm good.
rocks and water. That ain't cool.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you all right? I'm like, yeah, well,
Luckily,
I'm
you ain't
fine.
go tumbling down.
That would have been funnier. As long as I wasn't half dead or hurt, that would have been funnier. Because the fall itself was hilarious. And Deontay
Yeah.
made it funnier.
Yo, I was like, yo, he just took a seat. I was like, yo.
Yeah, that made it even funnier. I was already laughing. Because I'm looking at this shit, and then that's what made it so funny. I'm looking at the spot that I stepped. It wasn't like I didn't. I looked at it, but I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a little wet right there, but I guess if you step in it, then it won't be that wet. Man, not taking into account that moss and shit. Oh no.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that guide, whoever that guy was, he's like, "Yo, step on the dry part." I'm like, "No, you don't have to tell me twice."
Right.
But the cool thing about this trip is that by going on the trip and doing things, and we didn't go everywhere, we didn't see everything, but we saw enough, and it'll give us an opportunity to prepare better on the next trip. So if anybody is going next year, I think it'll be even better for you because then we'll get to hit up the spots that we didn't hit on this initial trip.
Yeah, that is true.
Food was good, especially the food that Auntie Miata gave us. I'm like, whoa,
Oh
that fish
yeah.
was fantastic.
Yeah,
The
buddy.
the only thing we missed out on was the palm wine. We just never could find it. That was the only thing I
Yeah,
regret was not getting that.
yeah. I didn't get the palm wine.
Oh well, yeah, I wouldn't have tasted that anyway, so but
Yeah, your mo just having a really rough time.
where is he? I don't even see him.
He's there, but he's having technical issues.
I heard you guys were praising some kind of fish dish. What was that made out of?
No, it was just fried fish, but it was fresh, like freshwater fish. So it wasn't like
Oh,
just normal. Yeah, it was like freshwater fish. So
And
and
seasoned perfectly.
yep.
mm.
But they had different kinds of dishes there too. But they also have a very American palate as well. So you can get stuff like pizza and cheeseburger. That cheeseburger was off the chain too.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
but you can get like very regular food.
Sounds good.
yeah. Because every now and then you get a taste for a burger. So when I was there, I'm like, man, I want a burger. So I got a burger from this spot. What was the name of that spot?
Calabash.
Calabash. That burger was fantastic. That hit the spot.
Is it one of those where like they ground the patty like probably like a day or that very day?
Yeah, it looked like they made the patty themselves. It wasn't no pre patty.
Yeah, nah, it was like
Yeah,
like made to order.
fresh.
Yeah, that's the
Did we
best
go
one.
to the Decor Hotel? Did we?
No,
We didn't. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. You got Jabari in the house. We got Ronan in the house. They didn't go on a trip, but they're here to show their support. It
Somebody
sucks
said
because
fufu and burger. What's fufu?
isn't
Fufu is a traditional part of African traditional cuisine. It's in West and it can be in East Africa as well. I know in Tanzania I definitely had it. I had it quite often. It's kind of like a dipping kind of thing. You could wrap your meat and stuff up in it and dip it. It's almost like grits. Not like in the traditional sense, but like it's like
it's,
dough almost.
it's grainy?
Yeah.
Was there anything else, Larry, you wanted to talk about? Hello? Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, did they fall off
I
again?
think
Because
I think he dropped off.
I
So
still see him.
I wish
Oh, there's call. She's back.
yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, I think the signal is just bad.
Yeah, Yamoja hasn't had a chance to speak, man. That sucks.
I'm here. I'm just really frustrated.
Mm.
Can you
Um,
hear me though?
I heard the last I heard Big Brother Larry talking for like 5 minutes. That's what I heard. Trying to get my headset to work and couldn't hear y'all. And I really don't like this talking to y'all on speakerphone and can't even. Yeah, it just feels awkward. But it's the
Oh,
best I could do. Hello. Seriously,
oh,
because I know speakerphone probably works, but it just feels weird, and I don't want to connect to my computer. It's just been frustrating 30 minutes. I'm bothered, but I had a
I hear
great
you.
time on the trip.
Well, we can hear you now, so spit your hot 16, bro. Tell us how you felt.
What did I miss? I feel all right. My nose stopped up a little bit. I can't get whatever in my nose out, but I feel great though about the trip. I feel really good. I don't know what I missed. I know I got to go back and listen to my brothers. This
Nah,
call
Well,
here.
what?
it's about what you felt, not what everybody else said.
Um. Okay. Well, the hottest of the hottest 16s that I would say is that like from what I didn't expect. Like it was my second time on the continent, and and the first time, I remember the first time I went to the continent, I wasn't thinking like it's gonna be like streets of gold and giraffes and everything feeding me bananas and stuff or something like that, right? So when I came to Liberia, just from what I know and from what I seen, especially online, I had no expectations, right? I was just like, I want to come see the people, see the students, see Liberia, get the experience. But especially after the first couple days, wait, let me let me go back. When we got off the plane in Monrovia and got in our ride. And if y'all remember, it was really dark, and now we kind of more familiar with the roads. Y'all remember that road? He had to drive slow at some spots, really careful. It was a couple broke down cars, so it was like, damn, right? And it was dark, so we couldn't see anything. So it was
Right.
like, dang. Then we got to our spot. Beautiful pool. I'm talking about right by the beach. I immediately like walked towards the beach. The gate was like, but I was like, man, I'm talking about everything was perfect, literally. Like right when we got to where we was actually living at, I was like, this is it. Like personally, right when I got there, yeah. But the further we got into Monrovia, into like the middle of like old Monrovia, and when you start seeing like more street signs, you start seeing more power lines, you start seeing more buildings, you start seeing more commerce, and it's just like, dude, a lot of this stuff is already here. It's not like we come into something that's like stuck in the 1700s or something. Like no, it's still a lot. Every other street seemed like it was a gas station, a store. I was like, man. So that's probably the like I would say the hottest of the hottest, and then the people. I think I heard Deontay at one point talking about he's seen some smart people, or he was talking to some smart people or something, and that's just a fact. Like, and it's some hard workers there. Yeah. It's just a lot more developed than even I anticipated, and that's like really good news.
How did you feel about the Leadership Academy, the students and the facilitators? That part.
I think I said a couple of days ago, I'm like, now that it's over with, now that I'm like, because wasn't there long enough. Obviously, I'm upset that we didn't at least get to go, because we were supposed to go to the beach with them at least one day, and we didn't even get to do that. I'm upset we didn't spend more time, because it ended up being because they was there, right? So it was like so many of them. But listening to them when we all sat down and talked, oh man, a couple of them like really like moved me. Listening to them, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we really doing. But when you're really seeing the effects of what you're doing, it hits a little different. It's the stuff that you don't see. You can't really quantify it with like, you can only quantify it like years down the line. You see what I'm saying? Like then you could really see it like, nah, he was involved with this development. She was involved with that policy type stuff, like in real life though. And so that was really amazing. I was very impressed, especially comparing them to other members that I've seen in society. I can't say that, because I did talk to some general public, even if there was a lot of wait staff, a lot of people who were just out and about, right? people driving us and stuff, security, right? But no, the Leadership Academy is damn well impressive. And then especially when I learned the dollar conversion, I think it was somebody who was like, man, so we actually paying some people to be middle class. How about that? We got some
Right.
actual in real life though. Like I actually love it. But yeah, man, it was a all around great experience. It's really too much. I started to write my first day there. I ain't write nothing but 2 sentences. I was just so just involved in what I was doing. I'm really upset. I wish I was better disciplined, like had a plan to like document it better. I even told myself I was, and I didn't. We got a lot of pictures and videos, but the actual experience, and I know it's gonna be another one and another one and another one. And then he want to call me right now. He better not be calling. Somebody calling my phone. Hang on, let me make sure. But yeah. Anyway, you're gonna have to ask something because if I would just ramble about my experience there because I ain't even talked about going to the National Port Authority, or I can't remember the other building. What is it called? The actual his office when we went to the senator's office. What was that building called? I can't remember.
The Capitol
That
building. The
the
Capitol.
Capitol building. The Capitol building. Yeah. I ain't even mentioned that. Like that whole day right there. Yeah. Anyway, let me stop before I start rambling.
Nah. Ramble on, bro. Ramble on. Let everybody know.
So I think this was day. I don't even remember. Don't even matter. But it was like in the first week, and there was a training at the Port Authority. Now, this is the National Port Authority. I can't even explain how important the any port authority is. And the sister call who was our leader, like our leader liaison, whatever you want to call her, our hostess, whatever you want to call her, while we was there, laid out the red carpet. We immediately go to the back of the room. I can't get into the details of getting in and everything else, but we go to the back of the training room. They grab us. They no, y'all seats is here in the front, and calls in like the middle doing a training. She's on like a little podium thing doing a PowerPoint presentation. I can't remember. I know I remember the most about morals and ethics, but it was I can't remember anyway. And but we talking to the like people who run in the Port Authority, and she's doing a training. We get to witness this. Like, just I can't word. This is one of the ones where words don't work to me, right? Like, just to be there in that moment. And then from there we go to the Capitol building. Now I know what to call it, right? Every time I mention, I don't know what to call it. Excuse me. We go to the Capitol building and meet a brother, and I'm gonna try to tell this story as quickly as possible. But I told this story to him in his face, like literally a few days before we go to Liberia. I'm on my Facebook, and I'm following like a bunch of different Liberian channels, and this one has 4 politicians, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, and one side is saying, you had this much money, where did it go? Basically, he's like confronting him about, where did this money go? This is a public hearing. And the dude is rambling and everything. So we get to the Senate office, and I start seeing the pictures, and then I see the dude. I'm like, dude, do you know? I tell him in his face, I was like, do you know, unbeknownst to any of us, I seen you in the video, and the video was like 3 years old, from like 2022. But this is the brother who's like standing up for the people of some other county, confronting the brother like, where is this money going though? The national budget say you had this money, where is it going? And it was just like, for me personally, like just a moment in time that like, yeah, I can't really explain. I wish I could have like really got the pictures I wanted to with him, but this is actually a government official. I can't fanboy out like I wanted to. So I sat in my seat and was polite, but it was a wonderful thing. And then it was the next day. I think it was the next day. We all I know is we were supposed to meet him at 4. I don't think we got there till like 5 something 6, but I know it's supposed to meet him at 4 somewhere, and it ended up being like one of their spots in I think the 19th district. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. And we sat there with them, watching them drink beers, talk politics, talk about old politics, new politics, and just listening to them. And the brothers who was there, we talked about their experience in America. I asked the one brother, because he went to Mississippi. I said, wait, but did you go to where the black people in Mississippi are? He said, yes, brother, I did. And I cried. And even that experience, knowing that it's people who know what's going on, knowing that it's Liberians who know it was just man, can't nobody tell me nothing. And again, I start rambling. Y'all better leave me alone. But I had a great time. But that day, that experience there, incredible. For real. That right there, I could have just went home and just started to plan about the next year type. But yeah, somebody else could talk now, because my nose is stopped up. I told you.
And he wanted us to stop him from rambling.
Last thing for real. The videos, the types that I just posted in the group where Carl was like, this cannot go public. Like, I got some more of those that are so powerful, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, the one it's like 5 or 10 minutes, the one where when I started telling Carl, and then all of us start, oh man, it's just wonderful. The wind is really windy. I haven't listened to it all. It's really windy, but it's still, to just be on the phone out there on the rooftop, man. Like, even that rooftop, I got some videos of me working out on that rooftop that I haven't shared yet. Like, it's just, that rooftop, the rooftop hours, the one where we was in, Big Brother Higher one. Oh man, in the morning, man, you can't tell me nothing. Y'all making me think about it now. Now I'm starting to miss it. I'm literally stopped talking. I'm sick of y'all.
Yeah, that was a good experience. We were on top of the roof of our hotel, overlooking the spot. It was just so cool. We have a nice conversation. I want to see that video. We don't have to make it public, but I at least want to see it.
I just gotta get some. I think I gotta clean up my phone. I'm scared to download it and mess it up because it's so long. I want to make sure I got enough room on my phone, and then I will. It's no problem.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Sister Carr, the floor is yours.
Y'all gotta give me about 5 minutes so y'all continue talking.
Okay, no problem. Yeah,
If
man.
y'all ain't know, Sister Carr is her.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing how
we need F1.
Isn't it? It would be good if he was here. But isn't it amazing how like the people like her who like really, really do a lot and do so much. I don't think that it's about being humble, because you can't just run up on call and just talk to her or treat her any kind of way. But I don't know the word for it. But it's like she just what was the word that you used, Big Bro, when we was there? Not take light.
Genuine.
Not genuine, trivialize. She don't do that to herself though.
Yeah.
She doesn't trivialize it, but she just makes it seem like it's trivial. You know, like the stuff that she does, like us just going to the Capitol building, us going to a training at the Port Authority. She's like, yeah, you can go if you want to, and yada yada. And like, what are you talking about?
Oh, Yamoja and Larry. Tell them about the gift we received.
You talking about from the senator?
Yes.
You mean the gifts? I think I was telling. I don't know who I was telling. I think that one would be better for Big Brother Larry to tell, because he the one initiated it. Like, basically.
Oh man, the traditional garb that we was able to get while we were sitting there just hanging out with them, laughing, kicking it, because that's really what it was. Like, I mean, they was spitting some real facts, but not in a preachy kind of way. So it was just laughing, learning, talking, just kicking it. And brother came in and had some traditional stuff to sell, and so everybody was able to pick out something that they wanted from him, and the senator gifted it to us. So everybody has an outfit that we throw on. I know
Brother Larry.
Yeah.
Brother Larry.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to you're gonna have to before you tell how wonderful Big Brother Holly looked in his shirt. You're gonna have to let me tell this story. I'm sorry. I thought you was
Oh,
gonna tell it much better. Just let me tell the
nah,
first part.
it ain't to me. It ain't. It's not for me.
Yes,
Go
it
ahead.
was though. I think it was.
Do
I think it was
do your
way more
thing.
playerish. How it happened is way more playerish than how you said it. So we sitting up there chilling, and you standing on a note. You was, I don't know if you had got up and went to the bathroom and came back, but or if you seen the dude walk up. But we just chilling, and
No, I
somebody
seen
walk
him.
up
Yeah, I
like
seen
they
him walk
do
up.
selling something, and the dude just so happened to have like some of the pretty much some of the best stuff that we had seen since we was there. Some really like thick, heavy, authentic like dashiki type shirts and dresses and stuff. So big bro Larry, who was just talking, he goes over to him and he looking and he starting to look at him and he going through like a few of them and he like, oh, this one. I'm looking at them, I'm like, nah, because I just got some shirts. I'm like, nah, I wasn't even gonna get anything. And Brother Larry had took out two, and he had took out two on the side. And while he folding up the other ones, the senator said, "That's what you getting?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I'll get it. That's my gift from me to you." And then literally everybody just started getting them. Everybody just started grabbing. He was like, you can get one there." And I was like, I wasn't even thinking about one. My little greedy self. I like this one. He even got me
Mhm.
straight up. So it was more of a like, nah. It's nothing. He wasn't anticipating it or anything like that. He just seen that Larry was getting two and he was going to get Larry's, and everybody else just went on and said, we're going to get one too. So I thought it was way more just like, more just giving. I say players because I can't think of a better word for it. But yeah, that's how I would have told it. Sorry.
That was excellent. Thank you. But that is exactly how it went. Exactly what you
Yeah, that's
said.
what I thought you was going to tell it exactly how it was because I thought that was tight.
And whoa, nah, it definitely was. He was like, I'm like, okay.
You know, I
That was
didn't realize. Did I get a
Because
picture of
you
mine?
was gonna buy it. He didn't just come up and be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
let me
nah,
get something for
yeah.
my friends." No, you was the only one looking at him straight up.
Is
Because
there any? Is there any
that's how I
picture?
remember it.
Is there any picture of me in mine?
Oh, you look so good in that. I mean, and that's not
Probably
even trying to
not.
like tug on your coat. You actually look good in that. I was like, "Did you bring that? Did you?" Nah, that was that
so.
one.
So I just wanted to come in, y'all. I just enjoyed listening to y'all. But the fabric that the shirts are made of is called Liberian country cloth, and it's traditional woven fabric. So that's like our national fabric. And I think
Right.
most African countries adopted a national fabric
Mm.
because of Liberia, because Liberia is oldest. So every African country, even though they have multiple different types of fabrics that they use, everybody's decided to choose one as their national fabric. And the interesting thing is Liberia has many types of textiles, but that is the one that was chosen, the woven country cloth. And
Do
then
you know
now it
why
has
I
to
know
be.
she's? Do I know why I know you accurate, sister? Because one of the shirts that I got from when we were in, I can't remember what street we were on where me and Deontay had walked to the beach, but I seen that same cloth style, like somewhere else when we was in the middle city of Monrovia. I was like, wait a minute, I got a shirt that looked just like that, and it was like
Mhm.
it was something different, but it was the same like cloth though pattern. It was
Yeah.
just,
So
thought it was
that's what we
interesting.
do. But besides that, I just really enjoyed kind of seeing Liberia through your eyes for the first time. And I didn't really expect anything different because I had been around y'all and I know how cool you are. But some of the feedback, excuse me, guys, that I got from people was these Americans are different. And these Americans are different from other Americans we've interacted with. They weren't arrogant. They felt like they were part of us. They treated us like they were coming home. That's y'all gotta excuse me. I also am coming down with something, but or am down with something, but that's such a powerful piece of feedback from people that when you go somewhere and you're not acting like some ugly American tourist, which unfortunately a lot of black people do when they travel. Because at the end of the day, African Americans are Americans. And at the end of the day, when they leave with that kind of American disposition. The fact that the people saw y'all as even conducting yourselves like returnees who were Liberian. And one person specifically told me, who's the driver, Steven, specifically said, even the Liberians who were born and raised here, after they leave for 5-10 years, they come back and act like they're better than us. And these guys, this is their first time coming to this country, and they made us feel like they're our family coming home. So the welcome that you received was also because of how you were perceived and how you carried yourself. So I wanted to throw that out there. It's a two-way street. The welcome you received is because of how you were perceived and how you carried yourself. And people loved you because of how you loved them and how you showed up. So that needs to be said.
Wow, that is definitely touching.
So the
Yeah,
other
for real. I was about to say, I appreciate that.
So the other thing I'll say is, that I didn't hear anybody mention. All the other stuff's cool, of course. Meeting our young people in person for the first time. I also had not met any of them. I hadn't been to Liberia for 10 years. So that whole thing about me being the host and stuff is kind of funny to me. But I hadn't been there for 10 years. And the thing that was really profound out of all of this for me was the church experience. Sitting in the pews in the church and basically feeling like I was in the deep south. And I've been to church in Liberia a lot of times, and I always have the feeling. But although it was a solemn occasion, it was a funeral, sitting with all of y'all who have roots in the South somewhat, right? Even if it's your grandparents, and then knowing that you felt familiar in that church service. Nobody was really asking any questions, really. It was like it was so natural that y'all didn't even think it was weird. You understand what I mean? And that's what makes Liberia so different from other countries, even Sierra Leone. The church experience in Liberia is very unique to Liberia because most of the church influence, especially older churches, is African American culture. And so the way the worship songs, the process, the way we worship, it's very Southern Baptist, Southern Methodist, Episcopal, AME, African Methodist Episcopal. All of that influence is there. So I wanted to point that out. And then the other thing, the highlight for me was the National Port Authority managing director, Sekou Dukla, giving us an opportunity to talk to 2 people from every department at the port. It ended up being about 60 people or something like that. That we got to spend 2 days doing soft skill training. And that was just powerful. Anti-tribalism, cultural tolerance, because we have to remember Liberia is very culturally diverse. We don't talk about it, but people are from different backgrounds and have different beliefs, different religions, different ethnicities, different linguistic backgrounds. So all of that, while everybody's Black, within the Blackness, there's a lot of diversity. And so we don't talk about it enough. And that's why we have adversity, because we don't allow ourselves to embrace our diversity as Black people. It's like you can be united and still have your culture. And that is something that we don't have we seem to not have the right to express as African people around the world. That in fact, we do have different cultural, linguistic backgrounds, religious beliefs. We're not all exactly cookie cutters of each other, but we have a shared experience of Blackness. And that is something that Liberia completely represents. And I think they're forgetting. And so having an opportunity to stand in front of people and talk about it and remind people, this is our legacy. Our legacy is, with all of our diversity, this is the thing that unites us. These are the ties that bind us. And we need to keep that at the forefront. So those are my little 16 bars. Next.
Facts.
Excellent. Did any of the people on the line now who didn't go on the trip, did you have anything you want to ask or say?
Was this trip more of a confirmation of everything that you kind of before the trip was the trip more of what you like confirmed what you had anticipated, or this sort of changed what you anticipated when you actually went there? It's like, wow, okay, it's not what I anticipated this to be. I thought this was going to be, it was going to be some rough riding going on, some maybe a little bit of drama going on, or was it more of, hey, wow, like it's way orderly than I thought. There's things are not perfect, but it's not that chaotic hellscape that people keep portraying it to be.
Um, when you say chaotic, that could have a negative connotation to it.
Yes.
No, it was chaotic in a positive sense for me in terms of the energy. Like I really like the energy of the country. Like us riding in the truck going through the streets and the traffic, and it was chaotic, but in a good way to me. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say it in a way that, say, oh, this should be a free for all and there shouldn't be any order. No, there definitely can be some order and a better designed traffic system so that Monrovia is not so has so much traffic that it takes so long to get places and stuff like that. I mean, it's basic infrastructure problems that can be overcome and can be dealt with. That's one thing. But one of the things that I think was more important to me was just the energy of the people. And I felt nothing but positive about that. Like I didn't come away or go there saying, oh, this is messed up. Da, da. It was nothing really negative to me. And the things that could be fixed are fixable. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like, oh my God, Liberia is messed up and it never, that wasn't the case. So in a way, it was kind of confirmation of what I felt. Um, I got to experience the country in its raw form, and I like that. I think there's a lot of people who know what time it is and know what the problems are and how to fix them, which is very positive. I think your Moji can speak to that. But that's one of the things that he took away. He's like, yeah, people ain't dumb. People know what time it is. They know what's going on. So a lot of the things that we talk about in terms of fixes and solutions, I think are going to be embraced, and people are open to it. It's not going to be as much resistance as possible. Now there is going to be some resistance to the people that's in power. That's for obvious reasons, because you know a lot of people get comfortable in positions of power and then they don't want to do anything. And the
Get
people that
barred.
want to do something get a lot of pushback and a lot of strife and a lot of, you know what I mean? They get challenged a lot. And I don't feel comfortable telling you the conversation that we had with the senator. I think, I don't want to really make that public, but it was enlightening hearing what he had to go through and the things that he's dealing with to try to get things done. You know what I mean? But overall, positive. I have very little negative to say about the country. I have more negative things to say about the airway.
Right.
Oh, right.
I do too.
Like
Oh,
how in the
oh,
hell on an international trip are you going to pack a carry-on that's 12 pounds?
10 pounds.
10 pounds? Oh, Lord have mercy. And what makes me so furious about it is I'm on the plane seeing people lug these big bags into the carry-on. I'm like, well, what was the problem with mine?
That's crazy.
So that's my only issue is with the airline. I don't want to take Air Morocco no more. No more. I want to find another way to get there besides that. I've been to Morocco.
So that,
Oh, we
yeah,
didn't even talk about Morocco.
let's talk about that a little bit, Mark. Let's talk about the different ways we went because we took different routes. Sister Ethel went through Ghana.
Mhm.
I went through Brussels, and you guys went through Morocco. For people who want to go in the future, I think the reason you guys chose to use Air Morocco is you wanted to stop in Morocco and have a layover in see Casablanca, which was beautiful.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, it
I
was
think
great.
Sister Ethel wanted to, she wanted to go to Ghana, which she is in Ghana. She wanted to also go to Ghana and kill two birds with one stone. So it is what it is.
I know
What do you,
Larry and Yamoja is going to get real mad at me because they, they said I've been complaining about this.
You
For
better not
some
say nothing about
strange,
no damn ice.
I'm saying it. I'm
You
saying
don't
it.
say about
What
no
in the
damn
world?
ice.
Why would you give people lukewarm water, room temperature water? I'm asking for. Oh, we don't do ice. I'm like, what?
where's that? At the hotel in
Air,
Morocco?
no, Air Maroc. Air Maroc does not have ice.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm asking for water. I'm drinking like room temperature water. I'm trying to get. I'm like, come on, man. That pissed me off. That really pissed me off.
Air Morocco doesn't have ice?
No.
No.
I didn't know that. I've flown Air Morocco before. I just never thought about it.
Yeah, it's a Muslim plane. Then when we finally got to Morocco, the ice
How's the
cubes we asked
airplane
for
gonna
were
be
like
Muslim? What are you talking about, man?
no. I said then we got no. I said when we got to Morocco, we asked for ice at a really good restaurant we got to, and it was like these three small little cubes, and they were already halfway melted. So
So
No,
you
man,
mean
I won't get mad at the restaurant. They did give me ice at the restaurant, but on the hotel, not the hotel, on the airway,
the plane.
the
Maybe
sodas and all
maybe
of that was cold. Those were
but they
cold.
didn't have
Cold.
ice cubes. They didn't have like
Right.
loose ice.
Right.
No.
maybe ice is haram and on the plane. You never know.
No, you know what? That's an interesting thing. It might be cultural
Yeah, it is.
because
That's what
because
I'm saying.
it could be cultural. Because I remember flying on Qatar Airways and Qatar Airways being like the best food I've ever had on an airplane.
Mm,
Um, and it wasn't business class. It was just regular
Yeah.
economy.
right.
And I've flown business class and had better food, but this in economy was the best food I've ever had. So, um, I think airlines are just a reflection of the cultures that manage them, right?
Hmm.
Because
Well,
When I took Kenya Airways to Ghana from Liberia, they had this chicken. Their food was nasty. It was horrible.
Oh
It
wow.
was horrible. It was supposedly Kenyan food, and I was like, "What is this?" It was like straight up tomato sauce on some dry chicken breast that tasted like cardboard. I took one bite and just pushed it. I didn't want to try anything else from them. Um, so I think it just depends on the airline.
Mm.
I need for Air Morocco to get into the 21st century because you check in and then they're not mobile. So if they give you an option to download your boarding pass and then they don't accept the boarding pass, you still got to go online to the check-in and get a paper thing. They don't even have kiosks to get your paper thing. You still got to go see the people to get your
Yeah,
boarding pass.
which defeats the whole purpose of having an app.
I
Right.
mean that they do that on a lot of international flights, though, don't they?
I've never had to
We
do
did.
No,
it.
Yeah, but
So
I've
when
never
I
no,
went
when
through
I
that
took
no
before.
problem.
so if I take United Airlines domestically or Delta, I can tap my phone. But when I was
Right.
going to Brussels on United, they had to print me a boarding pass. I don't know why. But all of us had boarding passes going to Brussels.
That's there. I haven't had to do that at all.
I
My
mean, it might just be, I don't know. It might have just been.
And then
Hold
they
on.
didn't. And then they didn't participate in TSA pre-check, so they had me in the regular people line, which I ain't like.
Look at this bushy brother. They had me with
Good
y'all
for you.
commoners, with
Good
you
for you.
peasants.
Good for you. I'm so
I
happy
had
for
to
you.
that
experience
was
the life of a peasant because of
that was
Morocco,
yo.
because of
I'm
Royal
ha-
Air Maroc.
I'm
I
I'm
was
happy for
somewhere
you,
like a
Larry.
peasant.
I
I'm
asked
happy for you, Larry. I'm
I
happy
asked the
for
lady.
you.
I asked the lady. I'm like, wait a minute. I gotta go in the regular people line.
Do I look like a peasant
Yes.
to you? He was like,
Yes.
he was
Yes.
like, I am not a peasant.
Oh,
I'm not a peasant.
yo,
So mad. I'm like, yo,
Larry.
I don't even know what to do around these regular people on this line. They taking off their shoes and I'm like, I don't do this.
Yo,
Was that was
thank you,
that was
Larry, for
that a
suffering.
Morocco thing or was that an international flight thing? I don't get it.
Nah, that was a Air Morocco thing. They don't participate in TSA pre-check.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
beautiful, beautiful.
I
Hey,
was
man, I'm
like,
gonna bring my brother so he can suffer along with you. So he can get that experience. I
That
let me
appreciate
that
it.
is hilarious.
let me explain something to you. That will never happen again.
Oh,
He's like, I've
that was lovely.
tasted the life of a peasant, and it shall never happen again.
Exactly. That will never happen. I'm looking at people like, what? Take my shoes off. What?
That is funny.
Like
Yo,
who
thanks for
did that?
reminding me, Larry. I got to get that. What do you call it? Global entry or
Global
something?
entry. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to apply for that.
Yeah. I was like, oh no.
Also, got to make sure
So
Chase give me a.
it started out messed up for me. I'm like, hold on, first you don't do that, and now I gotta stand amongst the people.
Amongst the people.
And Chase, I got to make sure Chase
Y'all didn't
gives
talk
me.
about going and crashing a political rally. That
No,
was
we leave
wild.
that one to you.
Chase got
So
to give me a card that can put me in the
as a
back.
legacy member of a political party in Liberia, meaning that my parents um were founding members of Liberian Action Party, which merged with Unity Party. And so I kind of inherited the party. And I, was like, hey, y'all don't have to come, but I'm going. Because I didn't want to push any of my experiences that I had to do on them. I wanted them to also have their experiences. So I asked them if they wanted to come. They were welcome to join me. And uh, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so UP is the most structured and organized institution for politics in Liberia, and it also has the largest registered membership. Right, so CDC probably has the same number of members or close to it, but they're not all like registered. Unity Party has like a structure, in every county, that kind of thing. So what we ended up doing was going to the rally, and I wanted them. But it was a massive rally, massive rally. And so I just wanted to find out from y'all how y'all felt being in that kind of crowd and getting out of the crowd to kind of be in the VIP point of view. How did you guys feel about that? And what were your thoughts? And don't worry, I didn't make them join the party. They just came as my guests.
Yeah, people were asking us if we joined. I'm like, we're here in support.
So what did y'all
It,
think?
it was cool to me to see that many people basically like just on the same side and how much support that they have for the party that's in power. So that was pretty cool because they were really, really, really enthusiastic about the people.
I wanted to ask Carl if could CD what is it, CDC? That's the name of it. The opposing party.
The pyromaniacs.
Yeah, Congress for Democratic Change.
Would they be able to hold a rally that big?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not as big, but definitely they can pull a crowd. First of all, most of the people that support CDC are really fans of President Weah. He's the greatest superstar, individual superstar in Liberian history.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like our Muhammad Ali.
Right.
It's like if Muhammad Ali was still alive, would he be able to pull a crowd? Yes. But here's the comparison to Muhammad Ali stops there. Like they have the same, athletic greatness, whatever, but it stops there. Where Muhammad Ali was an intellectual. Muhammad Ali was an activist. This man's not an activist. This man's not an intellectual at his own admission. He's just, I'm weird. Y'all just I'm entitled to this because I put Liberia on the global map. So I'm entitled to be your leader. And so what ends up happening is when they do call a crowd, because the political institution is in disarray, it's not really structured. They have a lot of violence. Things get burned down. Anytime they call a crowd, you've got it's chaotic. Even when they were in power and they would have a rally, their own police apparatus would have to beat down their members for burning up the city. So it's like the vagabond party. That's what I call it. But that's my personal opinion.
They love fire for some reason.
Yeah, they're definitely pyromaniacs. The Nettie Burnell house got burned.
They sound like They sound like football hooligans. Is that the case?
That's
Liberia?
basically what they are. They're football hooligans.
Oh, okay.
A nation of football hooligans. I mean, they're football fans. They go out. Their favorite footballer is, just now it's dragged into politics. Because honestly, he used to draw crowds like this before he got into politics.
Yeah, if you don't know what a football hooligan is, think of the Warriors, where everybody's it's like they're almost like football fans, but they also on the side they do street violence stuff and stuff like that. It's very popular in Europe, Central,
in Europe, and also in Africa.
Yeah.
Wherever soccer is a thing. Mm-hmm. And these guys, when they go, it's a big party. It's a big party. So everybody's drunk, everybody high. They're not really going there for politics. They're going there to party.
Or fight.
Yeah, that too. So it was more organized. Nobody died. Nobody got arrested. Nobody got beat up. It was a more jovial experience. People were happy. Nobody was angry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's my takeaway. It wasn't really any aggressiveness or, angry people at the rally. It seemed positive.
And that's the difference. And one of the things I'll say is that when people go on social media, they have a tendency to be like, oh, yeah, there's no difference between Unity Party and CDC. And I'm like, that's not true. One political party is an institution. The motto is one nation, one people. And it has nothing to do with who the president is. It's an institution. They're trying to promote unity in the country. The other party is about, if it's not George Weah, we'll burn it down.
Pyromaniacs.
Right. So it is what it is. I mean, we've had too many cases. They tried to burn the Capitol building down. A lot has happened in that country. So, but I'm very proud of y'all for going there and representing the BAIO Liberia Legacy Foundation. And the networking you did, you couldn't have done it, virtually.
Right.
Sometimes you got to see people and shake their hand.
That's right.
Give them some dap, give them a hug even.
And we couldn't have done it without you.
Well,
No,
I
well,
don't know
that's
about
that's important.
that.
That's important. No, well, that's important.
Here she go. Here she go.
Right.
So I got a joke to tell y'all because these brothers is like cock diesel, all built and stuff. And we're to get through the crowd because I didn't want the car to bulldoze through the crowd to take us all the way to the stage. So we decided to walk, and I also thought it'd be a fun experience for us to walk through the crowd to get to the to where we were gonna be either sitting or standing. And so I was like, okay, we're gonna play this like y'all security so you can move people and they're gonna see y'all and be like, all right, we're gonna get out the way. These are some big dudes, they must be security. So so Larry's like leading the way. And they just parting the Red Sea for this brother. Like, look, we gotta get somebody important must be coming. Look at the security.
That was
You do it.
hilarious.
That's
we get to the VVIP house. First, we went up in the the building that they're gonna refurbish, and so we could see the crowd from up high. And everybody can't just walk in the building. So I'm gonna put it out there. We got access to all of this stuff. So we go up there, we can see the whole crowd from way up high. And then I'm like, okay, they're telling me to go towards the stage. So we go towards the stage. I see the stage is overcrowded. And I'm just like, I look at Larry, it was just me, Larry, and Umoja. And I'm like, I can't go up there. First of all, it'll be my weight that ends up collapsing the stage. The president, the vice president, the first lady. I was like, oh no, I'm not getting up there. So I decided to go in the house. We go in there. We're sitting on the porch. We got a bird's eye view. We can hear everything, see everything. We're enjoying ourselves. I'm like, okay, let me go inside and speak to the people that are inside. They asked Larry, are you security? And he's still in character. What did you tell him, Larry?
She like, you have security? I was like, yeah. And it was like, oh, okay, you need to go inside. I'm like, nah, she good inside, but we wait for her to come out. And they were like, oh, okay, no problem. You want something to drink? No, I'm good.
You should have said, yeah, we're security. We're going inside. Come in there. You would have met a whole lot more senators. You should have come. But that was funny. It was so funny. I really enjoyed myself, and I'm glad I went home after 10 years with you guys. That was a good experience.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't wait to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. More fun again. Say, Stephen, we coming back. Oh, thank God, my brothers.
Somebody asked, what was your favorite thing to eat in Liberia?
Fried fish.
Yeah. I agree.
Easy.
I agree with that. Shout out to Auntie Miata.
Yeah, for real.
3 times.
That fried fish.
Oh, y'all want to tell them about the Nettie Brunel house burning? Did you guys already cover that?
No, we didn't talk about that. Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to say presume to know why it burned down, but it was just tragic that it burned down.
Yeah. The school that we wanted to have is the brick and mortar school for the Liberia Leadership Academy. Unfortunately, burnt down. We don't know the why it was burnt or what happened, whatever, but it was totally burned down.
While we were there.
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Oh, you didn't know that, Jabbar?
It caught on fire Friday night. Burnt to the ground. So Saturday evening we went there and there was still smoke coming out of the embers.
Oh, you just finding out, Jabari?
Yes.
Yeah, we went there. We took pictures and everything.
It burned down last Friday. And then Saturday after the rally, I was still dressed in all my rally regalia, and all of us who went to the rally, we went there to go speak to Auntie Miata because that's her grandfather's house. It's a 103-year-old house, and we went to go basically sit there with her. She was still in shock. So we went and sat there with her, and that's where the fried fish story comes in. So she was like, "Y'all want to eat?" She was like, there's a girl who has like a little restaurant right next to her house. And she was like, "Hey, y'all get them some fish." And I think that was some of the best food we had while we were there.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Your that story kind of reminds me, or kind of reference. Actually, I want to kick it into one of the questions that Chima asked about Ducor Hotel, because I know that y'all probably didn't get to see Ducor Hotel, but it's just like,
We saw it. We just didn't go inside.
how does that make y'all feel seeing both like happen, Ducor and also like what happened when it burnt down? Like how does that like sort of like make you feel, or like what does it make you reflect on, or you know kind of emotions that it sort of initiated out of that? Like
So you got to pass Duca Hotel to get to the Joseph Jenkins Roberts Monument, and I think it was just me, Holup, and Sister Ethel that went there. We weren't always all together because some people were sleeping. But
yes, sir.
I ain't naming no names. But
Yeah.
Me?
Sister Ethel Holup and I passed by Duco. We didn't go inside. First of all, it's dangerous because it's so dilapidated. But Duco never caught on fire. It just got abandoned during the war, and the squatters live in it and stuff. And then we went to we passed it on the way to Joseph Jenkins Roberts Monument, which was nice. And then Holup and Ethel were over there giving the tour guide a tour.
Hey, that shows our success. That shows our success. That shows how far we've come.
I'm joking.
It's so refreshing that y'all went. Like, it's so crazy how far we've come.
Yeah, I mean, Duco Hotel. Was that built in the 1960s?
Yeah, it needs to be torn down. Unfortunately,
There's a lot of room for. First of all, it does need to be torn down because the counterpart to that hotel is in Ivory Coast, and it's a Sofitel, which I've stayed in, and the rooms are too small. They're tiny. Because hotels built in that era, that's what they had, these little box rooms and long hallways. So something more modern can be built. In my opinion, it needs to be torn down.
agree.
So that means you going next time, right, Jabari?
I'm gonna yeah, I have to. I mean, after not, I mean, I was supposed to have come, but unfortunately, circumstances had occurred, which made it an unfortunate reality that I couldn't come. So I'm gonna have to come next year.
Okay.
We got to get Mike and we got to get Vic.
Well, we know Vic ain't going nowhere. Mike should have been there. Mike should have been there. We know Vic ain't going nowhere.
But yeah, y'all, I think we need to wrap it up. It's been like an hour and a half, so I think that's a good time.
Cool.
And next year we're going. So save up your coins, get your visas, get your shots, whatever you need.
You got more than enough time. You got 12 months to plan this.
Yes.
Guess who don't need to do nothing except just get a ticket.
There you
Right.
go. There you go.
Exactly. Just be ready to go. So that'll be fun. Again.
Well, it was a pleasure and an honor being with all of you.
Absolutely. Definitely
Peace,
talk to
everybody.
everybody.
Great conversation.
Peace,
Yes.
y'all.
Enjoy the
Love
rest
y'all.
of
Peace.
Talk to
your
y'all in a
day.
minute. Peace.
Peace. Take care.